So we have been looking at David Harvey's type of theory, and finally we reached to the third type of theory. And this is the theory which he calls revolutionary theory. And this is going to be his own theory, like a type of theory he supports. So he defines it first, I guess. A theory, revolutionary theory is a theory which is firmly grounded in the reality it seeks to represent. Uh, I guess the present reality. Because if you just I'm just not going to stop here and think what he said without knowing what he's going to say. Obviously, I've read it before, but I will try to forget it. So, what does revolutionary theory does in my mind, for example? Revolutionary theory is part of revolutionary theory describe the reality. And also, but in a way different from the status quo theory, because whatever how we might have said, status quo theory is going to describe the current reality either as the best order or something which can lead to something better, or at times of crisis, status quo theory might describe and focus not on the present reality, how good it is, but how bad the alternatives are. So there's always for the status quo, there's always part of it is creating, the image of real and imagined enemies, and the worst case scenarios, etc. On the other hand, revolutionary theory describes the same reality from totally different angle. Obviously, it looks at its strengths and its weaknesses, but it tries to represents or to highlight its weaknesses, its negatives. Now, this negatives can be from a totally different viewpoint and from this similar sort of viewpoint as status quo. Uh, and then the main difference is revolutionary theory also tries to represent alternative scenarios or alternative possibilities. And then it might actually also describe how you get from present reality to the imagined reality, etc., etc., and how the struggle works and why, and and if it is appealing to enough people, and that depends on the present reality and the strength of the alternative and the strength of the revolutionary theory, etc. And a lot of luck is involved in these things. And maybe there are other factors which are beyond, social and individual and group comprehension, that, who knows. So these sort of things.